G'day guys and gal. Bit of a less formal video today and more of a pissed off expose inspired by recent shitty events created due to some brain dead people. I also wanted to take this time to address stuff like Warhammer Plus and the Sodaz situation. Think of it like a follow up to this video. And no, GW did not stop. Damn it. I'll hit this video one section at a time so I don't end up rambling and then maybe saying something that will get me in hot water later on. Although knowing myself as I do, that will probably just happen anyway. The first things first, Warhammer Plus, which was the catalyst for all this shit. And I say shit with intention. Shit has been happening. For those that don't know, Warhammer Plus is basically a subscription service coming out in August where you can get access to VIP events, different Warhammer books, White Dwarf magazines, exclusive minis, Warhammer animations, Warhammer apps, and GW's own little official group of YouTubers who make painting and lore videos. When Warhammer Plus first came to my attention before its features were revealed, I was pretty skeptical. It seemed like they were following a money-grabbing trend, and them taking all the Warhammer animators and forcing them onto Warhammer Plus smelled like desperation. I didn't want to comment on it though, because I just didn't have all the facts. But at £5, or like $1 million Australian dollars, a month, I actually reckon it's worth it. They've really put their best foot forward here and are delivering good value, so well done GW. But that does not excuse all the other bullshit which has come to light. Point number 2, the death of Sodaz. Now, Sodaz hasn't actually died, but he has officially ceased all work and plans for any Warhammer related content in the future. Considering Sodaz's animations were legendary and had been enjoyed by millions of people across the world, this is a huge L. A huge, avoidable L if GW weren't busy smelling their own farts 24/7. I actually remember being like, it sucks that all the Warhammer animation channels are gone, but at least they didn't get Sodaz. Next minute, the next day they got Sodaz. I must have forgotten to touch wood or something, because that was terrible timing. Situation is this. Sodaz and the rest of the Warhammer animators had to remove all their Warhammer content and announce that they were working with GW. The details around this were sketchy. Were the animators told to join GW or cease? Were they basically forced into a corner with only one way out? Or was it a very nice optional voluntary thing? I actually got in contact with one of the animators, who I won't name because I ain't no snitch, and he said that he wasn't sure what GW would say if they refused to join them because they accepted straight away. So I didn't know if the animators had a choice in the matter or not, but I actually gave GW the benefit of the doubt and said, you know what? GW ain't a stupid scumbag, and it would take a seriously stupid scumbag to attack their own community and force them to delete all their content, which is basically just millions of dollars of free marketing. Well, it turns out I was wrong, as Sodaz has revealed the reality for us. On a Korean forum, Sodaz posted this. Now this has been translated, so it looks a bit, hard to follow, but it seems like he's saying that GW told him that his videos had to be deleted, regardless of if he joined their team or not. Sodaz then accepted their offer to work with them, and he deleted his videos as a show of good faith, and because he had no fucking choice. Then GW left him out to fend for himself and basically ghosted him. This is really fucked up, as when all the Warhammer animators deleted their content for GW, there was a part of the community that was in uproar. People didn't know that the animators didn't have a choice, so people like Sodaz got attacked. Now, whilst it wasn't like a large percentage of the community doing this, if you've got 100,000 people and 99% of them love it and support him and 1% don't, that 1% still equals 1,000 people. And Sodaz is an animator. He's not an internet personality. He's not like me or Valrak, who see hate comments and laugh about it. He takes it really hard, and as a result of the backlash, he said, fuck this, I'm out. If GW had been in close contact with him or put out a statement for him to back him up, like they did with all the other Warhammer animation channels that they took, then he probably would have been okay. It almost seems like Sodaz was treated like shit, whilst other animators, such as Astartes or the Exodite guys, had their dicks sucked like a strawberry lollipop. This leads into a bit of an unfortunate theory of mine, which I'm going to trust because my theories have been pretty spot on so far. My theory is that GW has been taking down these animations out of jealousy. Jealousy that fans create better content than them. The acquisition and good treatment of Exodite and Astartes proves this. They wanted the two best teams on their side. Now while Sodaz's animations are legendary, they are also made in SFM and don't have hardcore hectic CGI vibes that Astartes and Exodite have. Yet, they were still getting tons of views and tons of love. Hence why GW treated Sodaz like shit. They didn't care if he joined them or not, they probably only made him the offer to work with them because they knew if they got everyone else to join except for him, they would look like total assholes and that would spark a bit of backlash. Sodas followed up his post with this YouTube community post, where it seems like GW saw his forum posts and were like, "Oh shit, sorry bro," and then they came up with a pissweak excuse for ghosting him. Sodas then talked about how the community backlash for all his content vanishing due to GW's bullshit, as well as the copyright pressure from GW, has put him off Warhammer entirely, and that he rejected GW's offer and he's moving on to other things. So bullshit, it's such an avoidable outcome. I know I speak for the entire Warhammer community when I say, Sodas, I'm sorry it ended this way and we wish you best of luck for future endeavors. Now I looked into it, and it does turn out that fan art, especially publicly posted fan animations, does infringe on copyright. It's just that a company attacking its own fan-generated content is so stupid and rare that no one ever enforces it. Nobody other than GW. I bring this up because GW told the animators that due to copyright and legal reasons, they had to remove their content. But this is such a fucking blatant lie. They did not have to enforce their copyright on these channels. The golden age of Warhammer animations was about to begin, and GW nuked the entire thing. And for what? All the nuked animations have been re-uploaded to YouTube GW. Sodas, Astartes, it's all there under different YouTube accounts. So all your nuking did was damage. And if the content that was now canon couldn't be under non-GW YouTube accounts, then just re-upload them to a Warhammer animation channel. Not hard at all, and I'd be shocked if your precious copyright obsession was compromised either. Whoops, I rambled. Ah well, may as well say something to get me in shit now. Here is what I think has gone down. Someone with a lot of say and swing in GW has taken their recent success for granted. They've gained a huge ego and they can't stand the fact that the community makes better content than them. As such, they initiated a big takeover of the Warhammer animation community, as well as starting up their own lore and painting channels. Someone else in GW with a brain cell took advantage of this and they created Warhammer Plus as a way to help justify the moves caused by the first person's huge ego. This is why the process just seems so fucking off. The existence of Warhammer Plus did not require the complete and utter death of the Warhammer animation community. This is also concerning to channels like mine. If GW doesn't want to compete against fan-made animations, what if it soon doesn't want to compete against unofficial lore channels? What if it doesn't want to compete against unofficial painting channels? It sucks that Games Workshop is like the only game company like this who gets wrecked over fucking over their community and losing money. Serious fuckwit mentality that I hope results in whatever egomaniac who's pulling the strings to get the boot. So to be crystal clear, because I don't want my point to get buried under my own rage, although it wasn't cool of the loud minority of people to give Sodas shit about him removing his content, the real asshole in this situation is GW. They forced Sodas to remove his videos regardless of his choices, and then they didn't do any announcement or supportive statement for him like they did with the other animators. To make it even worse, they ghosted him after they forced him to remove the very videos that his audience and channel had been built around. I don't mind Warhammer animators going off to work with GW. I don't mind GW making Warhammer Plus. I'm a capitalist as well, I think it's a good idea. But the way GW has gone about it is incredibly toxic, and they should be ashamed of themselves. So that's my thoughts on Warhammer Plus and the Sodas situation. I had a number of people asking me about it and what I thought about it, but I didn't want to publicly comment until I had all the facts and information I needed. I'm not a GW hater or one of those pessimistic douchebags that just complains about everything. I just want GW to know that they're going about this in the wrong way. They need to stop pretending that their hands are tied and that they have to enforce their copyright. Their approach to this has already destroyed one Warhammer animator, and it makes the rest of us really concerned about what the future of the Warhammer community might look like.